The world is watching you. No! Whoa, man. Don't do that.
No. Yeah. Oh, there's no yeah. No.
In this video, we'll be looking at the top 5 scary stalkers caught on Twitch streams. Number 5. Jake is an in-real-life streamer who hosts most of his streams around Japan, and he is also famous for saving women from stalkers. Back in 2018, Jake was live streaming on Twitch while walking around a mall, and that is when he found himself in a situation he never expected. Jake was streaming while walking around the mall as usual and everything seemed fine. Then, all of a sudden, someone in Jake's chat notified him that a man had taken a picture of him because it didn't look like Jake noticed initially. Later, when he finds the man, he decides to confront the man.
That's the guy. That guy took a picture of me. I think he's a security. Maybe.
He walks toward the man while the man just keeps walking. Jake keeps calling the man, but the man acts like he doesn't hear him and just keeps walking away from him. But with no luck, Jake could not get the man's attention and he decided to just let it go.
Oh, Susan. Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan. Susan. He looked at me. Oh, Susan. Hey. Susan. Hey. 写真、あなた、さっきの写真なんで撮った? Susan. I'm not gonna touch him, but. Excuse me? 英語話せますか? Matane. Whatever. I'm not gonna touch it.
It can be said that the guy was probably a stream sniping fan who just wanted a picture. But he could have simply approached Jake and let him know his intentions and requested that picture. Jake would have been cool with it. And number 4. If you've seen my first Twitch stalker videos I posted, then you'll probably remember Elliegato. Elliegato is an in-real-life streamer who hosts streams in Japan. Back in 2020, Elliegato was streaming at night on the side of a street, and that is when 2 strange men walk up to her. One of the men asks if she is live on YouTube, while the other man asks where she is from.
Huh? Live?
Live.
Live.
Live です。
お、映ってるんですか今? YouTube?
Twitch という。Twitch.
Where
are you from?
Australia.
Australia.
I'm from Australia.
They appeared to be friendly at first, but one of the men performed a creepy act. The man tried to kiss Elliegato.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey.
How disgusting is that? Elliegato pulls herself away from the 2 men. The 2 men said goodbye and appeared to leave, but they did not. They can be seen lurking in the background. However, Elliegato was left unharmed.
Japan is crazy. Japan is crazy. Okay.
Live?
Yes.
Have a nice trip.
Have a nice trip. Koizumi, I hear genitalia unlock. Glands are a part of a boob, not the boob itself though. However, boobs is not considered a fetish by society as every man likes it. However, would like it in a theoretical way.
Elliegato seems to be frequently harassed while streaming. Glad this didn't escalate. Do you remember Jinnytty? We featured her in my last video. This stalking incident with her comes in at number 1 on this video. Stay tuned. Number 3. FtImjasmine is an in-real-life Twitch streamer who hosts live streams around Japan. Back in 2020, she was streaming live as usual in the streets of Japan, and she encountered a very disturbing incident. In this video, FtImjasmine is streaming in Shibuya, and she can be seen speaking to a man who later does something horrible to her.
Oh, one more time. No, this is worldwide.
At first, the man can be seen looking at her camera screen. But a few minutes later, the man tries to touch her inappropriately. The streamer suddenly gets startled and gets away from the man. Jasmine tries to play it cool by smiling, but it is clearly visible how embarrassed and shocked she is. She then says that she is about to punch somebody.
The world is watching you. No, whoa, man, don't do that. Yo, I'm about to punch somebody. Yo, I'm about to fucking.
Though this isn't necessarily stalking, but it is so creepy that it deserves a mention. Number 2. Back in 2020, two Twitch in real life live streamers, Kiara Kitty and Cook Sooks, are confronted by a weird man while exploring Times Square in New York City. At first, the streamers can be seen streaming live while walking through Times Square in New York. And suddenly, a random guy in a white sweatshirt approaches them out of the blue.
Oh, nothing.
You're so obsessed. You want to see us together?
I'm getting a bit jet lag again. Like, I feel
You're tired? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That Jason Do you know him? Do you know one of us? You okay?
No.
Can I help you?
The stranger says that he wants to be their friend and hang out with them. The man then says that this is going to help him. One of the streamers then asks him how, but the man simply insists on his need to do so. It is clear that it is making the streamers uncomfortable.
I want to hang out.
Oh.
But why?
It's going to help me out.
With? Help you out?
Yeah. It's just going to help me out. It's just going to hang out with you guys, okay?
I mean, if you let me know what it is, I'll help you out.
What do you need?
But otherwise, less people, the better. We're just trying to move, man.
Yeah, let's move. Let's go.
The streamers find it weird and ask him to stop following. However, the man doesn't seem to listen. He says over and over that he wants to be friends and just wants to hang out with them. Later on, things got even stranger as the man asks them if he can follow and not talk to them, but keep a bit of a distance. This behavior sets off even more red flags for the streamers. He explains that he really needs to follow them and they need to trust him. The man just keeps saying that this is going to help him.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no yeah.
Right now.
No, there's no yeah going on anywhere. Oh. Yeah. Just let me know what I can do to help out.
Now, let's go. Let's do it.
We're not going anywhere.
All right?
No, we're not going anywhere together.
Let's go, all right?
No, I'm sorry.
What
We're
do
not
you
going
want?
anywhere together. Hey, you guys should go first. You guys go first. I'll meet you guys later. No, I'll meet you guys later.
All right, but just stream it because it's content.
No, that's good. Oh, I see.
If you don't stream it, it's going to be bad.
That's good. This way.
All right, I'll follow you.
All right, the thing is,
I'll just maintain a comfortable distance, like about that much, okay? Actual size will be that much behind you. Trust me, I won't talk to you, I'll just follow you around. All right, I need this. I really do. Trust me. Everyone's been telling me about it. I need to do this. Don't ask why. Don't fucking ask too many questions. I just gotta do this, okay? I won't bother you too much. I'll just follow you around. I'll be friendly, okay? Okay. I mean, I just need to follow you guys. You guys can talk about whatever you talk about. What do you talk? Video games or something?
Go.
It's okay. I'll just keep walking.
Who in their right mind thinks it is okay to just follow people around? The streamers continue on with the weird guy following them along the way. But later he asks one of the women if his friends are bothering her, and he says that he's making sure she's away from weirdos.
I mean, are those cool guys really cool?
Oh, wow.
Are these guys bothering you? Are they bothering you? Or?
Oh, no, these are my friends.
Oh, they're your friends, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
They're
trying to
my
protect
friends.
you from the weirdos, So many fucking weird pieces of shit around.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
Sorry.
not cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, how weird is that, right? Talk about some messed up irony. It is not clear what happened next, but the streamers were able to get away from the man safely. Number 1. If you've seen my first Twitch stalker videos I posted, You must have also remembered Jinnytty. But if you don't, let me tell you that Jinnytty is an in-real-life streamer who hosts streams all around the world. Back in 2020 in San Francisco, Jinnytty was live streaming on Twitch while walking with a friend on a street. And that is when she found herself in a very disturbing situation. As she was streaming, a man walked straight in front of them and says,
On like Monday, a lot of places close. Walk the street and then check out.
You watch where the fuck you're going, bitch. See me walking here? Why you walk right in front of me?
The man calls them stupid and tells them to watch where they are going. The man also calls them Chinese, even though they aren't. Jinnytty and her friend were startled and just stood there looking at the man. The man starts approaching them while cursing them. Seeing this, Jinnytty and her friend start walking away from the man. They then start running as they see the man following them.
Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? I'm talking to you. Are you fucking stupid? You are stupid.
I'm not Chinese. Did he just like call us whore?
Fortunately, they got away from the place safely. But isn't it crazy how racist that man was? Hope you enjoyed these videos. Please don't forget to subscribe and please share the video so others can check it out too.